Welcome to GCSE Maths Help. Today we're going to be looking at some algebra key points you need to know for your exam. We'll be simplifying equations by gathering like terms, expanding brackets and solving linear equations. Let's get started. In algebra, letters are used to stand in for numbers we don't know or numbers that can change. The most common letters that are used are X and Y. The first thing you need to be able to do is gather like terms, for example putting all the X terms together and all the Y terms together. When gathering like terms, X is different to X squared or X cubed because different things are happening to X, so they need to be kept separate. For example, simplify 5x minus 2y plus 4x plus 6y. So if we gather up our like terms, we'll do x's first. We've got 5x plus 4x is equal to 9x. Then we've got minus 2y plus 6y is plus 4y. So next we've got 4x plus 3y plus 5z minus 2x minus 2y plus 1z. So if we gather up the x's first, we've got 4x minus 2x is 2x. We've got 3y minus 2y is 1y, and 5z plus z is 6z. So then we've got 3x squared plus 3x plus x squared plus 4 minus x. So even though all of these variables are x's, x squared is different from x. There's different things happening to the x, so they need to be kept separate. So if we gather up all our x squareds first, we've got 3x squared plus x squared is 4x squared. Then we've got 3x minus x is plus 2x, and then we've got 4 at the end. Sometimes, before we can simplify an expression, we need to expand the brackets in it. This is a regular question that will always come up at some point during your exam, so make sure you're really confident at doing it. The key point to remember is that every term outside the bracket must meet every term inside the bracket. For example, we've got p plus q in brackets times 3 plus x plus 3q in brackets times 2. So to expand the brackets, the number on the outside of the bracket needs to meet all of the terms on the inside of the bracket. So to expand them out, we've got 3 times p plus 3 times q plus 2 times x plus 2 times 3q, which is 6q. So now we can go about gathering our like terms. So we've got 3p, then we've got 3q plus 6q is 9q plus 2x. So let's try a quadratic one now. Expanding quadratic brackets, ones involving x squared, are questions that are going to appear again and again in your exam, so keep practicing them if you're struggling. It'll definitely help you in the long run. So here we've got x plus 4 in one bracket and x plus 2 in the other bracket. The principle's the same as the other brackets questions we've looked at. Everything on the outside needs to meet everything on the inside. So to expand this out, x needs to times by x to give us x squared. X needs to times by 2 to give us 2x. 4 needs to times by x to give us 4x. And 4 needs to times by 2 to give us 8. So then we can simplify this by writing x squared plus 6x plus 8. After simplifying and expanding, the next thing you're going to have to be able to do in algebra is solve the equations. This means finding out what number x actually is. In this video, we'll be concentrating on linear equations. If you'd like some help at solving quadratic equations, take a look at my factorising and solving quadratic equations video. The key to solving equations is whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must always do to the other side as well. For example, here we've got p plus 2 in brackets times 3 is equal to p plus 5 in brackets times 2, and we're going to solve it and find what p is. So the first thing we're going to do is expand the brackets. So 3 times p is 3p plus 3 times 2, which is 6. And that's equal to 2 times p, which is 2p, and 2 times 5, which is 10. So the first thing we're going to do is minus 2p from both sides. So 3p minus 2p is 1p plus 6 is equal to 2p minus 2p, so 0, plus 10. So we've just got 10 on that side. So then we're going to minus 6 from both sides to get p on its own. So p plus 6 minus 6 is nothing, is equal to 10 minus 6, which is 4. So there's our equation solved. So let's try one that's a bit more complicated. Here we've got 5x divided by 2 minus a third is equal to 2x divided by 3 plus a half. So the first thing we need to do to try and gather up all the x's is get rid of the fractions. So I'm going to times each element by 2. So we've got 5x divided by 2 times 2 is 5x minus 1 divided by 3 times 2 is 2 divided by 3. And that's equal to 2x divided by 3 times 2 is 4x divided by 3. Plus 1 divided by 2 times by 2 is 1. So now I'm going to times all of the components by 3. So we've got 5x times 3 is 15x minus 2 divided by 3 times 3 is 2 is equal to 4x divided by 3 times by 3 is 4x and 1 times 3 is 3. So now we can go about putting the x's on one side and the numbers on the other. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides to give us 15x is equal to 4x plus 5, and I'm going to minus 4x from both sides to give us 11x is equal to 5. I'm going to divide both sides by 11 to give us x is equal to 5 over 11. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to have some practice at answering exam-style questions on this topic, click the link in the bio below. Don't forget to subscribe to GCSE Maths Help with the subscribe button below, or you can check out my Instagram page at GCSE Maths Help for more videos and tips. Thanks for watching.